My name is Frances Wood. I worked for many years in the British Library in the Chinese section, looking after the Chinese collections there, which was a very wonderful and rewarding job.
She said Chinese civilization is one of the most fascinating and enduring in the world. In her view, mutual understanding and learning among civilizations are becoming more and more important.
I think Chinese civilization is, one of the most fascinating in the world, and the longevity of Chinese civilization is simply extraordinary. I think the continuity is fantastically important, and I think there are things about it that are absolutely consistent with China today. Chinese culture is so rich and in a sense different. I think that's terribly good for us to look at things and say, oh well, you could look at it that way. But yeah, and we have to live together in the world. There are so many things. What I don't understand is how anyone could not find huge pleasure in learning about other cultures. To me it's been so fascinating learning about China and continuing to learn about Chinese culture because it's so rich.
Wu studied Chinese at Cambridge University in the 1970s before traveling extensively in China while studying at Peking University in the Chinese capital of Beijing. After graduating from London University with a master's degree in Chinese architecture, she joined the British Library in 1977 and served as the curator of the Chinese collections for more than 30 years until retiring in 2013.
I think it's a wonderful job to have if you're interested in Chinese culture, as I am. Our duties were to buy books in Chinese about China, covering everything except the pure sciences, so all of the humanities and literature and so on. That was wonderful, and watching China's expanding publications, from the 1970s onwards, from opening up, China really changed.
Wu wrote several books related to China, including on Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of the Qin dynasty, Marco Polo, and the Silk Road. Last month, Wood received a golden trophy from the 16th Special Book Award of China in Beijing for her contributions to promoting Chinese culture.
It's certainly the first award that I ever got in China. I'm very grateful. It was very exciting, and it was extraordinary to go to a proper ceremony where we were handed our trophy. And
Wu's love for Chinese culture is reflected in her daily life. She keeps numerous gifts given by her Chinese friends, such as small Peking opera masks, inkstones, and Chinese calligraphy works and paintings.
People now have such a good chance to go to China, to visit, to learn from people. I think the chances are much greater than they were when I started learning. We all share an interest in Chinese culture, different aspects, and my experience has been that, that shared passion just brings us together. And I have a wonderful time with Chinese rare book specialists because when they come to the library, I show them some of the things that I think of as rare books. So we have to look at it as having a huge longevity, but also being a dynamic civilization that changes over time.